Practice makes perfect.
Hi Emma, how's it going? What are your hobbies and interests these days?
Hey, Smith. I'm doing well, thanks. Lately, I've been really into photography and hiking. How about you?
That sounds awesome, Emma. I've been getting into gardening and playing the guitar. It's been quite refreshing.
Do you have a favorite subject to photograph?
Please like and subscribe our channel. It will help us to grow.
I love capturing landscapes, especially during sunrise or sunset. What about you?
I enjoy taking portraits, capturing the emotions and expressions of people. It's so fascinating.
Talking about hiking, do you have a favorite trail or a memorable hiking experience?
Definitely. There's this beautiful trail in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The scenery is breathtaking. How about you?
I had an amazing hike near Yosemite last summer. The waterfalls were spectacular.
Gardening sounds interesting. What do you like to grow in your garden?
I've been cultivating a variety of herbs and vegetables lately. Fresh basil and tomatoes are my favorites.
That's great. I've always wanted to try my hand at growing herbs. Any tips for a beginner?
I noticed you play the guitar. How did you get into it, and do you have a favorite genre to play?
I started playing in college. I love acoustic folk music, and recently, I've been trying some blues tunes.
Blues on the guitar sounds fantastic. Do you have a favorite blues artist or song?
Besides your current hobbies, do you have any other interests you're passionate about?
I'm a bit of a history buff, so I love reading about different historical periods. Anything else that fascinates you?
I'm really into astronomy. Stargazing is such a mesmerizing experience, don't you think?
Totally agree. By the way, do you have a favorite movie or TV show that you can watch over and over?
The Shawshank Redemption is a classic I never get tired of. How about you?
I'm a big fan of sci-fi, so anything in that genre is a win for me. Blade Runner is a personal favorite.
Speaking of sci-fi, if you could travel anywhere in the world or even beyond, where would you go?
That's a tough one. I've always wanted to explore Japan. Its culture and history are fascinating. How about you?
I'd love to visit Iceland, especially to witness the Northern Lights. It's been a dream of mine.
Since you enjoy history, any favorite historical books or authors you'd recommend?
Absolutely. A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn is a must-read. What about you? Any favorite books?
I recently read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and the magical atmosphere captivated me.
Switching gears a bit, do you have a fitness routine that you follow?
I try to mix it up with a combination of jogging, yoga, and some weight training. Keeps things interesting. How about you?
I enjoy Pilates and hiking. It's a great way to stay active and connect with nature.
That sounds fantastic. Speaking of nature, do you enjoy cooking? Any favorite dishes you like to prepare?
I love experimenting with new recipes. but homemade pizza is my go-to comfort food. What about you?
Cooking is not my strong suit, but I make a mean spaghetti carbonara. Simple but delicious.
Shifting gears again, are you a tech enthusiast? Any gadgets or tech trends that caught your attention recently?
I'm fascinated by virtual reality technology. It's incredible how it's evolving. What about you?
Augmented reality has piqued my interest. The possibilities for integrating it into daily life are endless.
Since you are into photography and I'm trying my hand at gardening, do you have any advice on incorporating creativity into these hobbies?
Definitely. Experiment with different angles and lighting in photography, and in gardening, think about color schemes and layout.
Great tips. I'll keep that in mind. By the way, do you have a favorite art form or artist?
Speaking of art, any favorite music artists or bands that you're currently listening to?
I've been hooked on indie folk bands lately. Their acoustic sound is so soothing. How about you?
I enjoy a wide range of music, but, lately, I've been vibing to some jazz classics.
Jumping to a lighter topic, do you have a favorite season, and if so, why?
I love the fall. The colors, the crisp air, it's just magical. What about you?
Spring is my favorite. The sense of renewal and blooming flowers always lifts my spirits.
Do you collect anything as a hobby, like stamps, coins, or anything else?
I used to collect vinyl records, but I've slowed down. Do you have any unique collections?
I have a small collection of antique postcards from different cities. Each has its own story.
It's wonderful that you appreciate the stories behind things. Do you engage in any volunteer work or community activities?
I volunteer at a local animal shelter. It's fulfilling to contribute to the well-being of animals in need. How about you?
That's admirable. I'm involved in a community garden project, helping promote sustainable practices.
Switching gears, do you speak any languages other than English?
I can manage some basic Spanish. How about you?
I'm fluent in French. It's a language I fell in love with during my travels.
That's impressive. Speaking of languages, did you enjoy any particular subject in school or college?
I loved literature and history. They always felt like a journey through time and imagination. How about you?
I was drawn to science, especially astronomy. The vastness of the universe has always fascinated me.
Shifting to a more interactive hobby, do you enjoy playing board games?
Absolutely. I'm a fan of strategy games like Settlers of Catan. Any favorites on your list?
I enjoy Scrabble. It's a fun way to keep the mind sharp.
Looking back, do you have a favorite childhood hobby or activity that still brings back fond memories?
I loved building forts with blankets and pillows. It was like creating a secret hideaway. How about you?
I was big on collecting trading cards, especially baseball cards. The thrill of getting a rare card was unmatched.
Changing gears, do you have a particular fashion style that you gravitate towards?
I lean towards a casual and comfortable style. What about you?
I love a mix of vintage and bohemian styles. Thrift shopping is a treasure hunt for unique pieces.
Considering your interest in photography, have you explored any recent trends in camera technology?
Mirrorless cameras have caught my attention lately. The portability and image quality are impressive. How about you?
I've been curious about 3D printing. The possibilities it opens up for creating custom objects are fascinating.
Expanding on creativity, how do you incorporate it into your daily life, apart from your hobbies?
I try to approach everyday tasks with a creative mindset, whether it's problem solving or planning. How about you?
I enjoy journaling and doodling. It's a creative outlet that helps me unwind.
With the holiday season approaching, do you have a favorite festival or celebration that you look forward to each year?
Christmas has a special place in my heart. The festive spirit and spending time with loved ones make it magical.
I enjoy Halloween. The costumes and spooky atmosphere add an element of fun to the season.
Since we both enjoy outdoor activities, do you have a favorite outdoor sport or game?
I like playing frisbee. It's a simple yet enjoyable way to stay active outdoors. How about you?
I occasionally play tennis. It's a great way to stay fit while having fun.
Shifting to home decor, do you have a favorite room or space in your home, and how do you like to decorate it?
I love my reading nook. It's filled with cozy blankets and fairy lights. How about you?
I've turned a corner of my living room into a mini music corner with my guitar and some framed vinyl records.
Looking ahead, do you have a bucket list, and if so, can you share a couple of items on it?
Skydiving is definitely on my list. Also, exploring the Amazon rainforest. How about you?
Traveling through the Italian countryside and learning to cook authentic Italian dishes are on the top of my list.
Do you listen to podcasts? If so, any favorite genres or specific podcasts you'd recommend?
True crime podcasts are my guilty pleasure. The storytelling is so gripping. How about you?
I enjoy science and technology podcasts. They keep me informed and entertained.
Looking into the future, do you have any specific goals or plans related to your hobbies or interests?
I'm thinking of starting a small vegetable garden. Growing my own produce seems rewarding. How about you?
I'm planning to take a photography workshop to enhance my skills and maybe exhibit my work locally.
That sounds exciting. Where do you draw inspiration for your hobbies and creative pursuits?
Nature is a big inspiration for my photography, and I often find creative ideas in everyday life. How about you?
Music is a major source of inspiration for me, whether it's playing the guitar or finding new gardening ideas.
Switching to relaxation, do you have any go-to activities or rituals to unwind after a busy day?
I enjoy a good book or playing some calming tunes on the guitar. How about you?
A hot cup of herbal tea and some meditation help me relax and clear my mind.
Going back to fitness, do you have any specific fitness goals or milestones you're working towards?
I aim to complete a challenging hiking trail in the next year. It's a great motivator to stay in shape. How about you?
I'm working on improving my flexibility through regular yoga sessions. It's a slow but rewarding process.
It's been great chatting about our hobbies, Smith. Anything else you'd like to share or discuss?
Likewise, Emma. This has been a delightful conversation. Let's definitely continue our chat soon.
If you could live in any fictional world from a book or movie, where would you choose and why?
That's a tough one. Maybe the magical world of Harry Potter. The possibilities there are endless. How about you?
I'd love to explore Middle-earth from The Lord of the Rings. The landscapes and cultures are so rich and diverse.
Talking about creativity, do you engage in any other forms of artistic expression, like painting or writing?
I enjoy painting occasionally, especially abstract art. It's a different kind of therapeutic. How about you?
I dabble in writing short stories. It's a great way to let the imagination run wild.
Do you have a favorite quote that resonates with you or inspires you in some way?
The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. How about you?
Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. It's a timeless reminder.
Aside from your known hobbies, do you have any hidden talents that people might not know about?
I can do a pretty convincing animal impersonation. Want to hear my elephant trumpet?
That was impressive. I don't have anything that entertaining, but I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes.
Are there any public figures or celebrities who inspire you in your hobbies or life in general?
Elon Musk's approach to innovation and pushing boundaries fascinates me. How about you?
Jane Goodall's dedication to wildlife conservation has always been a source of inspiration for me.
Reflecting on your life, what's a personal achievement that you're particularly proud of?
Completing a marathon last year was a significant achievement for me. The training was intense but worth it.
That's impressive, Emma. I admire your dedication. For me, publishing my first short story was a proud moment.
If you could pick any outdoor destination for a dream vacation, where would it be, and what activities would you do?
Exploring the Swiss Alps and maybe some skiing would be a dream. How about you?
The Amalfi Coast in Italy. Picture-perfect views, delicious food, and maybe some coastal hikes.
Given your interest in technology, have you tried any virtual reality experiences that left a lasting impression?
I did a virtual tour of the Louvre Museum. It felt like I was actually there. It was incredible. How about you?
I tried a virtual reality concert, and the sense of being in the crowd was surprisingly immersive.
To spice up the fitness routine, do you ever set fitness challenges for yourself, like running a certain distance or trying a new sport?
Absolutely. I recently completed a 30-day yoga challenge, and it made a noticeable difference.
That's inspiring. I'm thinking of attempting a rock climbing challenge next month.
If you could collaborate with anyone, living or historical, on a project related to your hobbies, who would it be and what would you create?
Collaborating with Ansel Adams on a photography project capturing the beauty of national parks would be a dream.
I'd love to jam with Jimi Hendrix. Imagine creating a unique fusion of gardening and music.
Going back in time, do you have a favorite book from your childhood that holds a special place in your heart?
Where the Wild Things Are, by Maurice Sendak. The sense of imagination in that book is timeless. How about you?
The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. It sparked my love for gardens and nature.
Balancing technology with nature interests can be tricky. How do you find that equilibrium in your daily life?
I make it a point to have tech-free moments during my hikes or photography sessions. It helps me stay grounded.
I practice mindful gardening, focusing on the tactile experience, which provides a nice contrast to screen time.
Since you're into podcasts, do you have a favorite episode that left a lasting impression on you?
There's an episode on astrophysics that explained complex concepts in a simple way. It sparked my interest in the subject.
I love episodes that dive into historical mysteries. They make you think and question the past.
Given our mutual interest in fitness, do you use any fitness apps to track your progress or discover new workouts?
I use a running app to track my hikes and runs. It's motivating to see the distances add up over time. How about you?
I use a yoga app for guided sessions. It's like having a personal instructor at home.
Moving back to childhood memories, do you have a favorite game you used to play with friends or family?
Hide and seek was a classic. The anticipation and thrill of being found were unmatched. How about you?
I loved playing tag. The running around and laughter created such joyful moments.
Since we touched on astronomy earlier, are you into astrology as well, or is it all about the scientific aspects of space for you?
I appreciate the beauty of astrology, but I'm more fascinated by the scientific wonders of astronomy. How about you?
I lean towards astronomy too. The vastness of the cosmos is both humbling and awe-inspiring.
Going back to TV shows, do you have a favorite childhood TV show that you'd happily binge watch again?
The Magic School Bus was both entertaining and educational. I'd love to revisit that. How about you?
Scooby-Doo was a childhood favorite. The mystery solving and camaraderie was so much fun.
Looking at your bucket list, if you could achieve just one item, which would it be and why?
Traveling through the Italian countryside and learning to cook authentic dishes. It combines my love for travel and food.
Skydiving for me. The idea of overcoming fear and experiencing free fall is both exhilarating and terrifying.
Since we talked about travel destinations, do you have a favorite travel memory that stands out in your mind?
Exploring the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu was a surreal experience. The history and views were breathtaking.
Hiking to the top of Mount Fuji in Japan during sunrise. The panoramic view was absolutely mesmerizing.
Shifting gears, what's your morning routine like? Any specific rituals that set a positive tone for your day?
I start with a cup of herbal tea, followed by a quick meditation session. It helps me center myself before the day begins.
I like to kickstart the day with a short jog and some uplifting music. It's a refreshing way to wake up.
For someone who enjoys learning about history, do you have a favorite documentary that left a lasting impression on you?
The Civil War, by Ken Burns, is a masterpiece. The storytelling and historical insights are unparalleled. How about you?
Planet Earth series. The cinematography and the glimpse into the natural world are simply stunning.
Going back to childhood once again, do you have a favorite toy that you cherished and still remember fondly?
I had a teddy bear named Mr. Snuggles. He was my constant companion through thick and thin. How about you?
Legos were my go-to. The endless possibilities of building different structures fueled my creativity.
If you could have any fictional superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it in your daily life or adventures?
Teleportation would be handy. Imagine exploring different countries without the hassle of travel. How about you?
Time manipulation. It would provide more moments to capture in my photography and savor life's experiences.
Given your love for music, do you have a favorite musical instrument other than the guitar?
The violin has always captivated me. The soulful melodies it produces are simply enchanting. How about you?
The sound of a well-played saxophone is magical to me. It adds a unique flavor to any musical piece.
Nostalgia strikes again. Do you have a favorite childhood snack that you still crave from time to time?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were a classic. The simplicity and taste take me back. How about you?
Fruit roll-ups were a childhood favorite. They were like colorful bursts of sweetness.
Going back to astronomy, do you have a favorite spot for stargazing, away from city lights, where the sky comes alive at night?
There's a secluded spot in the countryside where I go. The Milky Way shines brilliantly there. How about you?
I love going to the beach at night. The sound of the waves and the vast expanse of the sky create a serene atmosphere.
Since we talked about board games, do you have a go-to strategy for a game like Settlers of Catan?
I focus on resource diversity and building roads early to establish a strong foundation. How about you?
I aim for strategic placements, especially when it comes to settlements. Controlling key resources is crucial.
Given your interest in history, do you have a favorite historical era that you find particularly intriguing?
The Renaissance has always fascinated me. The cultural revival and innovation during that time were remarkable. How about you?
Ancient Egypt captivates me. The mysteries of the pyramids and the richness of their civilization are awe-inspiring.
Shifting gears to gardening, do you have a favorite gardening tool that you find indispensable?
A good pair of pruning shears is a game changer. It makes tending to plants and trees so much easier. How about you?
A sturdy trowel is my go-to. It's versatile and perfect for planting and weeding.
Sweet tooth alert. Do you have a favorite dessert that you can never resist?
Chocolate lava cake. The warm, gooey center is pure indulgence. How about you?
Tiramisu is my weakness. The combination of coffee-soaked lady fingers and creamy mascarpone is heavenly.
Considering your interest in gardening, do you have a favorite flower that you love to see blooming in your garden?
I adore sunflowers. Their vibrant colors and the way they turn to face the sun are so cheerful. How about you?
Roses hold a special place for me. The variety of colors and fragrances add a touch of elegance to any garden.
As we approach winter, do you have a favorite activity or tradition you look forward to during the colder months?
I love building snowmen. It's a simple yet joyful way to embrace the winter season.